Hello and welcome to Prime News. Now a look at the headlines. Mining lease boundaries modification unlikely to happen. State government says it centers jurisdiction. MMDR Act needs modification. Mining resumption hits a roadblock. Furious Shirdonkaars block national highway for almost 3 hours. Demand subway on priority, police intervene. Assure CM's appointment on subway issue. Mendoza and Elano inspire Chennai FC to big win over FC Goa. Zico's boys suffer worst ever home defeat in ISL. Terms and conditions for sand extraction ready in black and white. Licenses likely this week. 1,600 cubic meter sand extraction to be allowed per annum. And ferry services to be closed for 2 hours from 9 to 11 am on Monday. Ferry staff demand overtime of last 18 to 19 months. Captain of Ports warns, says strike illegal. Now the news in detail. It is unlikely for Goa government to modify the lease boundaries to allow mineral waste dumping outside the lease area for full resumption of mining in Goa. Sources from the mining industry and the state mines department say the subject comes under purview of the Central Act. The state can't modify the rules. The Supreme Court in April last year had banned dumping rejects and subgrade ore outside the leasehold area. While lifting the ban on Goa mining last year, the Apex Court had refused to permit the mining companies to dump their waste outside the leased area.
The full resumption of mining is stuck on the issue of dumping the subgrade ore. The Union Mines Ministry had communicated to CM Parsekar that the lease boundaries can be modified to allow mineral waste dumping outside the lease area. CM, who is also Mines Minister, forwarded the letter to Mines Department and asked the department to modify the lease boundaries. Sources from Mines Department informed that it will not be possible to modify the lease boundaries. As per MMDR Act, Section 1 read with 6 says, provided that if the central government is of the opinion that in the interest of the development of any mineral or industry, it is necessary to do so, it may, for reason to the recorded in writing, increase the aforesaid area limits in respect of prospecting license or mining lease, insofar as it pertains to any particular mineral or to any specified category of deposit of such mineral or to any particular mineral located in any particular area. While the Union Ministry has asked the state government to modify the lease boundaries or allot extra land for dumping of the waste, Section 6 of MMDR Act restricts state government to modify the lease boundaries. Secondly, leases are already renewed. If government wants to modify the lease boundaries, then leaseholders will have to take fresh environment clearance from MOEF. Even it will affect the mining plan approved by the Indian Bureau of Mines during the lease renewal. State Mines Ministry has received letter from the Union Ministry of Modification of Lease Boundaries, but they are unable to take any decision. The state will communicate with the Union Ministry on its limitations to modify the lease boundaries. While lifting the ban on Goa mining last year, the Apex Court has refused to permit the mining companies to dump their waste outside the leased area, as it violated various mining and environment rules. The amended MMDR Act is also silent on dumping the waste outside the leased area. The Union Ministry has thrown the ball in Goa government's court. Considering the statutory limitations, leaseholders to now left with no option. Reporter Mahesh Khadi for Prudent.
Angry Shirdonkaars blocked National Highway on Sunday morning. Highway was blocked for almost 3 hours. Shirdonkaars demand a subway as the highway crossing is accident prone and there are frequent accidents reported at the spot. Shirdonkaars were agitated as their local MLA Vishnu Wagh dodged them after agreeing for a meeting. This irked them and furious villagers demanded to call the MLA at the spot. Later, police saved the day by assuring villagers CM's appointment.
आम्ही आयज रस्तो अडयला आमचे सभे करूंक जाय म्हणून आम्ही खूपदा एमएलए फुड्यान गेले पूण एमएलएन आमचे कितेंच करूंक ना आयज आमकां णवांक घरा कडेन आपयल्ले आनी आमी णवांक सुद्दां थंय आहा आनी अजून पासून आमकां एमएलए मेळोंक ना.
अंडरग्राउंडाक लागून आमच्या एमएलए कडेन प्रोसिजर घातलो आसा. आमी 10 फावट तेज्या फुड्यान गेली तर तेणे आमचे कांयच जबाब दिलो ना. पंचायतीन आमी मागणी घातली, एमएलए कडेन मागणी घातली, तशेंच आमी सीएमा कडेन सुद्दां आमी घालपाचें केलें आनी ह्या फुडें आमच्या एमएलएन कांयच रिस्पॉन्स आमकां दिलो ना म्हणून आयज आमी ह्या रोडार आमकां येवची पडली ह्या गांवची सेवा करपाक. ताका निवडून हाडलेलो आसा ही गांवची सेवा करपाक. विष्णू सुर्यवार
साहेबाक भितर साहेब म्हणटा कोण तरी येतलो ताका येवन दी आनी आमकां सांगोनी आपूण रेडी आसा म्हणून करून केन्ना ता करून स्टेटस कितें आसा आमकां सांगतो. आमी रेडी आसा गाडी करून लोवपाक. आमकां रस्त्या रावपाक गरज नासली.
म्हाजे म्हणटात म्हाकाय रस्तो जाय लोकांनी रस्तो जाय म्हणून लोक येयला कित्याक आमकां तर इश्यू वाग काजू कडेन ऑफिसान जर मेवल्लो जाल्यार रस्तो आमी वाडयचे आहलो
आनी आयज वाघाच्या घरा कडेन 2 वरां रावन वाघ लुपान भोंवता म्हणून आयज आमकां हांगा येवचें पडलें.
सकाळी 9 घराणे गेल्ले ना आमी आतां 2 वरां जाल्ले गाडी आसा आनी आमकां कांय सुचोना आतां कितें करपाचें.
70 people, over 70 people have died from the time they came to power, and they came to power only by giving assurance that they will build this bypass. or bypass बांधतले म्हणूनच ते पावरान येयले ना जाल्यार 7 आंध्रेन तेंका केन्नाच हो सीट तेंका मेळचो ना आहलो. एश्युरन्स दिले येणी बोल्सां मोली येणी काँग्रेसान 15 वर्सां थिंगा हे बसयलो फातर बसयलो तेजेर सुणी मुत्ता. हे कितें जे लोकांक हाडपाक कोण गुन्यांवकारी न्हू द रिसेंट गव्हर्मेंट आनी आमचो एमएलए आनी कोणूच न्हू.
Later, police intervened in the matter and controlled the situation. Villagers were assured an appointment with the CM on Monday. Police gave the assurance in writing.
प्रॉब्लेम आहा न्हू तो हायर ऑथॉरिटी कडून व्हरपाक
आता तुमकां फोन केला मग ते येयल्ले आसा तुमी कोण आता सीएम जावं कोणूच तेंचो येवनी आनी तेंच्यानी
Bureau Report, Prudent.
Chennai FC scored their first victory of the ISL 2 with a stunning performance against FC Goa at Nehru Stadium in Fatorda on Sunday evening. Colombian striker Steven Mendonça came up with a great performance to score a memorable hat-trick. Brazilian playmaker Elano also scored a goal as Chennai FC dominated the match right from the start. Zico's FC Goa were completely outplayed by Marco Materazzi's side and the Gors suffered their worst ever home defeat in the ISL history.